Hey guys, it's me, RST, and it's time for another video. We're going to try and keep the intro short today. This is a competition build video. So on my sword and shield build video, I did another competition for a build. Some random guy actually won it. So he commented dual blades ? And funnily enough, I don't know if he's been watching the streams or if he just really wanted to see dual blades. Dual blades before Rise was probably Dual blades before Rise was my least favorite weapon. I'm sorry, and it was by a lot. It was by a huge margin. I'm not joking, guys. Dual blades is now my main weapon, and I don't know what exactly it is, how to describe it. It just feels so amazing. So this video is going to be about my new favorite weapon, dual blades. It's going to be a status ailment video. So we've got two builds for each. We've got a DPS focused and a ailment focused version of paralysis, poison, sleep, and blast. Okay, so we're going to do that. Secondly, after this video ends, I will be going live on Twitch as usual. Third, make sure you guys comment in the comment section below. We're going to do back-to-back. So today we're going to also have a competition. Whoever gets the most likes on their build video will on Tuesday get a video made for them. So today's Sunday. Tomorrow I'll decide the winner. I will comment just like usual, and then Tuesday you will get the video. So with that being said, let's get right into this build video. All right, everybody, it is time to talk about, as I said in the intro, my new favorite weapon, and it is crazy. Really briefly, I want to say this is what makes me love Monster Hunter, guys. The fact that I just checked 125 hours into this game, and I just now found a new favorite weapon, if not my favorite weapon. So this video is gonna be a little bit shorter. We're gonna not go super duper in depth with every single build because they're all the same. There's two different variations. So I'm gonna touch on each of the two variations and then show you guys briefly in the video so you guys can pause if you want to exact copy each different ailment type. So we're gonna do blast for our example. So a lot of these are sadly going to have to be pretty talisman heavy because except for poison attack, you cannot get paralysis, sleep, or blast attack in a deco. It has to be a talisman. So I got these all randomly. So I only have poison attack level 3 in my talisman, and everything else is level 2. So that's what our status focused build is going to be. And the other one is just going to be a regular damage build. I did some testing. I did some numbers. I'm not going to put it in the video because it takes a while to actually test it. But with each of these, I found that it would take about 25% more attacks to proc the actual effect, whether it be blast, paralysis, or sleep. But overall, the builds did about the same damage because with most of those, the damage you're getting over time, or with paralysis, the huge opening you're getting, or with sleep, the sleep wake up, they pretty much even out. So it depends on what you want to focus more on. So for our blast weapon, we're going to be using the Magnum Malo dual blades. We're going to use the blast boost. All of these, if there's the option to, which I think there is on all of them, you're going to be using whatever rampage skill boosts that ailment. So for all of our blast, paralysis, poison, and sleep focused builds, we're going to be using the Zinogre helm, the Nargacu mail, the Lagambi fan braces, the Scalda Elytra S, and the Golden Hakama. So in all of these, they give you weakness exploit, critical eye, weakness exploit, and critical boost. I'm only going to say what we're focusing on. As you can see, I slotted in speed sharpening, slotted in a level of critical eye and a level of bombardier, slotted in nothing because this doesn't have any slots, slotted in a level of flinch free and a level of stun resistance. So you can see we have a lot of extra 1 slots. As you guys know, really speed sharpening is the one that I prioritize, and after that it's just personal preference. I run sleep weapons on my buddies, so I always try and put bombardier in there so that whenever I do get that 1 wake up hit per hunt, it is very, very, very strong. Now, as you can see, this is my talisman. I got pretty lucky on it. It's a blast attack 2 with 2 level 1 slots, so that's what we're going to end up using for that. For the total skills, we have crit eye 6, weakness exploit 3, speed sharpening 3, bombardier 3, critical boost 2, blast attack, recovery speed, stun resistance, and flinch free. I'm just touching on the ones again that we are focusing on. All those other ones are just byproducts. So as you can see, we get up to 30% affinity, level 29 blast, and then 215 attack because of the pedal ace I learned. Since I'm using the demon one, it gives me a 20 raw attack because it maxes it out whenever we're in the training. So 215, 29, and 30. 30% affinity is pretty good. Since we have weakness exploit, we will have 80% crit rate on weak points, so that's pretty dang good. So that'll be the blast focus one. Here is the attack focus. You can see the difference. We're gonna get 9 more attack but lose 4 blast but have the same amount of affinity. So we take a look again, we're gonna have 244, 25, 30%. Again, so 224 in reality, 25 and 30%. we're going to get crit eye 6, attack boost 3, weakness exploit 3, speed sharpening 3, bombardier 3, crit boost 2, recovery speed, stun resistance, and flinch free. So let's take a look. So for any of our DPS focused ones, it's just what I call them, because we're focusing more on damage instead of applying the ailment. Again, Magnum Hollow, all the same stuff on this. We're still going to use blast boost because we still want to get that free blast, in my opinion. Zinogre Helm, again, weakness exploit, slot in speed sharpening. Nargacuga Mail, 2 critical eye, slot in 2 speed sharpening. Lagombi Vambraces, this is going to give you 2 points of critical eye. You slot in another and give us a level of Bombardier. Anjanath Coil, slot in a level of attack boost, recovery speed, and Bombardier, and we get 2 attack boosts straight up from it. Again, Rajang Leggings give us 2 critical boosts, and then we slot in a flinch free and a stun resistance. Now, this is a talisman that I know some people might not have. I'm hoping by this point, with it being about 2 weeks since the game came out, hopefully you guys are starting to get level 2 weakness exploit talismans. If not, you can use the Scalda, use this, and then put like attack or something like that, or any critical eye or anything like that you have for the talisman instead. So again, this is going to be the same thing that we use for all of the DPS versions. So you can see here's the one I showed you before, and then here's the one I just showed you. So now I'm just going to go over the talismans that I'm using for each and the weapon. So we've got, for all the DPS, it's going to be literally the exact same stuff for all of it, except for we might have some different slots on the weapons. But for this, we're going to use the Rampage dual blades. The only other options are, there's a K9 one that's, I think that's what it is. It's actually really strong, but this has better paralysis. And again, we're not focusing on DPS, we're focusing on the paralysis while also trying to get the DPS. So I went with Rampage. You can use the other one if you want to. I'm sure people will leave in the comments that one's better, but I chose to go with Rampage because you're getting about the same amount of attack with better sharpness, with the same amount of paralysis, and I believe everything else is pretty much the same. So they're pretty close. I went ahead and went with this one. So for the Rampage weapons, you can slot in 3 things. So I did Affinity Boost 2, Paralysis 1, and Affinity Search. This definitely has better affinity because this is my base affinity right here with no critical eye, no anything. So we're able to get 100% affinity with the weakness exploit pretty easily. So we're going to use Rampage for Paralysis, and then I've got a Paralysis Attack 2 wide range 1 with no slots. Again, DPS will be the exact same. Literally just switch out the Sinister Feminine Blades for the Rampage Twin Blades 4 and put Paralysis on them. Now, for our Sleep, again, DPS is going to be the same. We are going to go for the Somnicanth Dual Blades. So, if we look at these, 223, so really 203 with 18 Sleep, 30% Affinity. So, just like the Magnum Hollow Dual Blades, we're only going to be able to get to 80% Affinity, but that's alright, still pretty good. We're going to do Attack Boost, because I know I just said you want to always do the ailment up, but Sleep Boost 1 is literally 2, so it goes from 15 to 17. I figured that was not worth it. I figured 8 raw was probably better. So, and then we are going to use this Sleep Attack 2 with a 1 slot as the talisman. Finally, for the poison, the only other poison dual blades in the entire thing that I saw, I've checked multiple times, was the Ragi one. I believe they're 150 with 20 poison, or maybe 160 with 10. Whatever they are, these are much better because you're going to get base. What are you going to get base? You're going to get 180 base with 26% affinity and 10 poison. So I believe that's much better, and it shouldn't be a comparison because I think that they were actually rarity 4. So that kind of sucks that they only gave us really 2 options for poison and same for paralysis, and they only gave us 1 for blast other than Rampage. There's just not many monsters with different ailments in the game right now is the issue. But again, we're going to go Affinity Boost, Poison, and Affinity Surge. So you always want to go for Affinity on both, and then just whichever ailment you're going for the middle slot. This one, again, is a pretty good slot. Kind of sucks that Poison's the one I had to get it on, considering you can make Poison Decos in their level 1s. But I went ahead and used it anyway. Poison Attack 3 with a Dragon Attack and a level 1 slot for Bombardier. So the reason why that's going to be the end of the video is because I am going to stop doing these switch skill demonstrations, and tomorrow I'm going to have a dual blades guide out going over all the moves, all the switch skills, everything like that. That's going to be specifically focused on the guide part of it and none of the build part. So they're going to start being separate videos. Dual blades, I think if you guys have seen me in the streams, I'm going pretty ham on the dual blades, if we're being honest. So I feel like I'm definitely qualified to talk about it. I mean, I've explored basically every way to play it. You guys can look really quickly for my credentials. I have got I've got 13 builds. I've got every single element, and I've got every single ailment, 2 different types of builds. So I really do think I know myself on dual blades. So again, that is going to be it for the video. We're doing another competition. Make sure you guys comment below. I'm really enjoying seeing what you guys comment. I want something really crazy to win. I saw somebody say kunai build. I don't really know how, if we're gonna be able to make that work. So maybe let's do a weapon that's in the game officially. But that, and then also, again, once this video goes up, I will be live over on YouTube. So make sure you guys come over and watch that. Everybody have a great day, and I will see you later.